Hi, Naila Moon here from Just the Stuff You Know again. Today I am doing a Mama Cat prompt, which is called Guilty Pleasures YouTube tag, and I decided to bring along him.
Hi, him.
You want to introduce yourself?
Oh. Well, I'm Mark, also known as Tamirisc, also known as the Doctor. Again.
We're not going to go through this again, are we?
It depends.
He's not the Doctor. He thinks he is, but he's really not. He doesn't even play one on TV. I don't know why he keeps thinking this.
Well,
but just work with him, okay?
You see, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
What? Can we get on with this now?
Oh, okay.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
I love doing that to her.
I'm over here. Yeah. Okay, anyway, on to the YouTube tag. Okay, so today, like I said, it is the What is Your Guilty Pleasure? Woo! So, the first one is, and there's 10 of them, so hang tight with us. The first is TV show. You want to go with that? I think he already kind of hinted at it, but you want to go with that one first?
Well, I have a couple here. My first one is Dallas, with the original with Larry Hagman. Because Dallas without Larry Hagman isn't Dallas.
Isn't Larry Hagman original anyway? I mean,
yeah, he was. He was with the original series, and he came back, and then he died. And when he died, so did Dallas, as far as I'm concerned. But I loved that show. It was great. So that's my first guilty pleasure in television. I have a couple others real quick. The next one is another D. It's Dragnet with Jack Webb and Harry Morgan, because they tried to play it serious every week, and it was so funny, especially Harry Morgan. You know,
you mean that show was actually meant to be not funny?
Yeah, it was meant to be very serious. And but the thing was, Harry Morgan was cast as Bill Gannon, and little did people know that Harry Morgan was a comedic actor. And when he came in, they changed the whole concept of the series, and it became a running gag program. So it was one of these things that started out very serious and became very funny, and it was great. The next one is the original Batman with Adam West. Of course. That series was so campy. I mean, who could take it seriously? Okay, now,
Batman's serious business.
Well, it is now, but, back in the 60s, I mean, great Scott, Robin.
How?
Zap. It was funny as all get up, so.
Get up?
Yeah, well.
I thought you mean get out?
Well, whatever.
Okay.
And I have just two more real quickly.
Okay,
they're both British.
We're going to be here all day, folks.
One was a series called Good Neighbors, and it was a situation comedy. And it was
what was it called? I'm sorry.
Good Neighbors.
Good Neighbors. Okay.
Right, and it was a British situation comedy of the 1970s. It was about a couple that decided to give up the rat race and open up a farm in a very proper London neighborhood next to a husband who was really cool with the whole thing, and a wife who was proper British to the core and could not tolerate the fact that cows and pigs and chickens and geese were in the neighbor's backyard, even though they got free eggs. The last one was a very serious program on the BBC. It was called Robin of Sherwood, and as far as I'm concerned, this is the very best adaptation of the Robin Hood legacy. It starred Michael Praed. If you've never seen the program, check it out. You will love it. So, those are my guilty pleasures in TV.
You mean I actually get to talk now?
Yes, you may speak.
Woo! All right. Okay, so my favorite TV show. Actually, hands down, it's MASH. I've loved the series since I was a kid. I've seen every single episode at least 2 or 3 times, and I still like to watch it, even to this day. So if I have a favorite TV show, that's it, MASH. So, okay, so we'll move on. Your favorite book. Oh my gosh. Can I go with this one first?
Go ahead.
How can I, really, honestly, folks, how can I say what my favorite book is? I am a book reviewer and by nature, I read tons and tons of books. I love books, but I guess if I have to pick a book, my favorite book would be a book by the name of Daddy Longlegs. And don't ask me right now who the author is, but it's an old book, and I actually read it when I was a young girl. And it just resonated with me, and I recently, I lost it as a young girl, and I recently, like within the last maybe a couple of years ago or so, I found it at a thrift store, and I was so excited to have this book, and so I'd say if I had to have a favorite one, that would be, but mostly, honestly, I just read so many books, I don't have any favorites, I really don't. So your turn.
Okay. I'm kind of like my wife in this regard. I love all kinds of books, from mysteries to science fictions and others, but 2 that I have to select. One is the original Sherlock Holmes series by Arthur Conan Doyle.
Like, did you forget there for a minute?
I had to think. I had to think there for a moment. But Conan Doyle just created this wonderful world of detection long before we had CSI, long before we had NCIS. There was Sherlock Holmes, and it was just phenomenal. The other book, it's another British writer, is the Dune series, and this is by Frank Herbert. And Dune set up every science fiction that came after it. I mean, if you see Star Wars, it was influenced by Dune. If you see Babylon 5, it was influenced by Dune. Every major science fiction was influenced by this book that came out in 1963. So the original 4 books were phenomenal. There's been some great sequels in the last couple years. So if you haven't read it, get it.
All right. So the next one, oh my gosh, this next one is a favorite song, our guilty pleasure song. Oh my Lord. Wow. Like books, I
Come on, you know you have one.
I guess if I have a favorite song, it has to be our song, which it must be "Magic" by Barry Manilow. I mean, if I have a favorite song, otherwise I'm just music and books, they mesh, I mean, but I guess if I'll go with that, it must be "Magic" by Barry Manilow. What do you think, hon?
Well, I love all of Barry's music, but the one Barry Manilow song that I think of is in memory of my dad, and that's "I Write the Songs."
Oh, yeah.
Because my father was a composer of music. And then one other song that really gets me every time, from the movie Casablanca, "As Time Goes By."
Oh, yeah.
So those are my 2 very favorite songs of all times, and I'm not going to change that. I'm stuck with it. Next, please.
All right. Moving right along, out of songs, we have your guilty pleasure of band. Oh, jeez. You know what? I can't even name one. I'll have to skip this one. Can you name band?
Yeah, let's see. Band's favorite.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Queen.
Okay.
I love Queen.
Okay.
I absolutely love Queen, and I'll go with Queen and definitely the Monkees. I'm a huge Monkees fan. Love Monkees, love Queen, and probably the Beatles.
Okay. All right, good. That way I don't have to bring up two of those groups. Pink Floyd, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were so revolutionary. Genesis with Phil Collins.
Oh, yeah.
And a third favorite band has got to be Who Are You? The Who. Who else?
You know, kind of bands are kind of like songs for us and books. They just kind of, we're so much, we love music and books and those kind of things that it's really hard for us to pick those kind of things. So if you're going to say guilty pleasure, you might as well just say all of it,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, because one other that I just thought of was the Moody Blues.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's so many great ones that it's hard. It's really hard, for us to really choose. But I guess that we'll just go with those, huh?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay, so now we're on to number 5. Oh my gosh, we're only halfway through.
Oh wow.
Okay, so number 5 is purchases. My favorite guilty okay. I think I can maybe do 2 on this one.
Okay.
I really, maybe this sounds kind of goofy, but I really, really, really like my cell phone. If you want to call that a guilty purchase, I guess, but I really like my cell phone. But partly, if you've known me at all, you also know I'm deaf, so I don't really use it necessarily for
I'll be right
for
back.
actual calling, but I use it for texting a lot, especially my family. I text it, and also I use it for business. Instagram, love Instagram. So definitely that. The other guilty pleasure I would think is maybe, as funny as it sounds, maybe buying movies like DVDs. Because you can get them so cheap sometimes. I love movies, so I think that would be definitely a guilty pleasure. Other than that, I'm not a real,
Right. Well, for me,
money kind of gal.
I had to go and get something out of my box.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I love scale models. Okay. I've been building them since I was about 8 years old. And the kits that I started off with aren't available anymore. They went out of production years ago. So what I love to be able to do is go online to eBay and get the old classic MPC and Revell kits, which don't exist anymore. This is one that I'm working on right now. I've been working on it for the last couple months. Yes, it takes me a while to build these now that I'm an adult. But I love getting them because they bring back my childhood memories, and they are something that I can take my time doing and really have fun with. The other thing that I like doing is I love going to thrift stores and buying record albums. No, you didn't hear me wrong. Record albums.
Yeah, the real thing.
The real thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, we just got through a week ago listening to the soundtrack from Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh,
and
so good.
The music was remarkable on a stereo album. It's like all of a sudden you're right there with the play or the movie right in front of you, and it's like, it was just phenomenal. So record albums and scale models are my 2 guilty pleasures.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 6 is activity. Your guilty pleasure activity. Wow. Do you have one?
Yeah, I do.
What is yours?
I'm wearing the shirt. Okay.
Football?
No, Denver Broncos football.
Oh.
Okay.
Well,
I have to explain. Okay. The Broncos have been my favorite team since I was a kid. they've been a losing team most of their career. Okay, but it doesn't matter if they win or lose. I watch the Broncos. So it's like if they go to the Super Bowl, that's great. If they don't go to the Super Bowl, that's great. But it's a guilty pleasure because I've been a follower of the team through God knows how many different coaches and how many different owners.
Yeah, but do you so you consider the activity watching
the Broncos a guilty pleasure?
Because I wanted to clarify that.
Yeah,
so
because it's like I'm going. Yeah, it's like somebody watching the White Sox.
So I guess my favorite activity, if I have one, is going to be doing, besides reading, I would say doing painting, doing my craft stuff, art in general. I really enjoy doing that a lot. So that would be my favorite activity for sure. Another one though is, which we haven't done in a long time, is we used to just go out and pick a place to go to, and a lot of times we ended up at like the art museum or the history museum. So I like going to museums too. I think that's a lot of fun things to do, and you can pick up a lot of interesting tidbits. So okay, number 7, because we need to move this along,
right?
Or we're gonna have a half-hour video. Number 7 is habit. Your guilty pleasure habit.
I don't have one.
The only thing I guess is maybe me getting a bunch of different glasses and wearing different glasses. I don't know. I don't have one either.
Okay.
What's that?
Okay.
That's kind of weird one.
Getting a whole slew of Doctor Who t-shirts for the 50th anniversary of the series and wearing them as often as I can.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Yeah, okay.
Other one, that kind of is goofy one. So
yeah, it's a goofy one.
Okay, so number 8. Oh, jeez. They just had to do movies. Oh, my. Really, like we said earlier, movies are just like books and music for us. Favorite movie? Well, my absolute favorite guilty pleasure, hands down, is the movie It's a Wonderful Life. I can watch that movie any time of the year, anytime. I also like Medicine Man with Sean Connery in it, but my favorite by far is It's a Wonderful Life. So what about you, hon?
Well, guilty pleasure movie, it's an obscure little science fiction from the 1970s called Moon 02.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Moon 02.
Moon 02?
Yeah, it was such a campy sci-fi. It ended up on MST3K back when it was on the air. Okay, this was one of those movies that was aired at 11 o'clock at night on CBS back in the day when CBS had movies weeknights. Okay,
I got you.
So it was a campy film. It's one of my favorites. I have too many serious films that I love. My all-time favorite serious film, though, has got to be Casablanca, because of the relationship between Bogey and Bacall, and the fact that he's willing to give her up for a greater good at the end of the film.
Yeah.
So
I could see that from you too.
Yeah. Here's looking at you, kid.
You knew that pretty good.
Hey, Bogey was one of my favorites.
Okay then. Well, let's move on. Number 9. Oh, this is easy for us. A game on your phone.
We have none.
We don't play them on our phone, so that's nothing. Number 10 is website. Let's suck up to Mama Cat, shall we?
You can suck up to Mama.
Okay, I'll suck up to Mama Cat. I have more than Mama Cat, but I'm going to suck up to you anyway.
Okay. Mine's Bing Videos.
What?
Bing Videos.
Oh, Bing Videos. Okay.
Yeah. Mainly because if I want to find an obscure TV series or a movie, I can go to Bing and within about 10 minutes find that program or that movie, and enjoying something from my childhood or from my mid-adult years, that I haven't seen in some time. So Bing videos, definitely.
I like YouTube. YouTube videos. I do, and I have my own channel, which I hope. Actually, he has his own channel too. So please, subscribe to us down below. But anyway, yeah, YouTube. I like Instagram, Facebook, any social media. I pretty much like. Of course, I like. There's many bloggers out there that I really enjoy too. So, like other things, it's really hard to narrow it down. But yeah. So of course, I like my own too. And and then of course there's Mama Cat.
Right.
I mean,
of course.
Mama Cat. Of course, she's by far the best.
Yeah,
absolutely.
She's the top meow.
Yeah, the top meow. Okay.
It's like she's perfect.
Yeah.
So.
Have we sucked up enough?
Yeah. Have I done enough Eartha Kitt references from Batman for you?
Okay, so anyway, from our own special cat, who you probably saw back there at some point, Amelia, and from Nayla Moon, and
me, Tamirisc and I, Mark, the doctor, whatever.
We say, see you later.
Hasta la bye-bye. Until next time.
That's really bad.
I don't think so. It's a very good Arnie. The Governator.
Bye.
Bye for now.